Stay until the end of this video because I'm going to show you something forbidden. Footage the police never wanted the public to see. Some say that after watching it, you'll never want to be left alone again. Are you ready? Then let's begin. First, a scene that was never meant to be caught on camera. A young woman enters a hotel elevator and frantically presses the buttons one after another as if she's running from someone or hiding. Her behavior is strange and fearful. She avoids looking at the camera, places her hands behind her back, and then suddenly stares toward a window or vent. Moments later, she's gone. Days later, her body was discovered inside the hotel's water tank. No one ever learned what really happened in that room. Some say she was hiding. Others claim she was a killer. But that elevator footage, to this day, it remains one of the most unsettling videos ever recorded. The end. I saw all this and gone inside that room. Now let's move to the road. A truck driver was driving late at night, with his dash cam recording everything. When the footage was reviewed, a pale, shadowy face appeared for just a few seconds, like a mask or some kind of creature, before vanishing instantly. The driver swore there was no one walking on that road that night. Some say it was just a camera glitch. But if it was only a glitch, then why did that same driver refuse to ever drive alone at night again? An abandoned subway station that's been closed for years. A CCTV camera captured something that shouldn't exist. Trains haven't run there in decades, yet the footage shows tunnel lights flickering on, shadows moving along the tracks, and even the sound of a train whistle, though no train ever arrived. Many believe these are the restless spirits of workers who died during the subway's construction. But if it's only a legend, then where did this cursed footage come from? The abandoned library. In a small town stood an old library that had been closed for years. When a group of officials went inside to investigate, their body cameras recorded something no one could explain. Books flew off the shelves on their own. Heavy wooden doors slammed shut, and a strange shadow moved silently between the aisles. When the footage was reviewed, the shadow appeared to have the size and shape of a child, but there were no children in the building. Many believe this library is still guarded by something that doesn't want anyone to come near. If you've made it this far and your heart isn't racing yet, here's a warning. The videos you're about to see are even darker than these. So if you love mysterious stories, hit that green subscribe button, because it's more than just a click. It means you're ready to step into this world of mysteries with us. Now, let's continue the list. The subway tunnel screams. In Shanghai, night shift subway workers reported that whenever they entered the tunnels at midnight for repairs, they would hear horrifying screams echoing through the darkness. One night, A security camera captured it all. The tunnel lights shutting off, one by one, followed by a deafening scream filling the space. When a guard rushed in, the tunnel was completely empty. Yet the footage shows a long, shadowy figure moving across the wall. No one has ever explained what it was. But ever since that night, workers on that line refuse to go down there alone. Were those screams the cries of trapped souls, or something far more sinister? The dormitory footsteps, 2017. In 2017, students in an old dormitory claimed they often heard strange noises late at night. To prove they weren't lying, one student placed his phone outside the room to record. When they played the footage back, the sound of footsteps could be heard, coming directly toward the camera, while the video showed no one in the hallway. Moments later, the heavy sound of breathing echoed right next to the microphone. The original file was eventually deleted, but a surviving copy still circulates online to this day. The man who vanished in the mirror. In an old New York apartment, a security camera captured a man standing in front of a mirror. At first, everything seemed normal until he turned his head, but his reflection didn't move. It was as if the mirror belonged to another world. Seconds later, the reflection began moving on its own, reaching its hand out toward the real man. Then, the lights went out. When they came back on, the man had vanished, and only the shattered mirror remained on the floor. Many believe this footage is proof of a parallel world briefly colliding with our own. The man who walked through the wall. A CCTV camera in an empty parking garage recorded something that remains unexplained to this day. A man in ordinary clothes walks into frame, heads toward a wall, and suddenly passes straight through it, vanishing before the camera's eyes. There was no door, no hidden passage, nothing. When police reviewed the footage, they suggested it might be edited, but the original video showed no signs of tampering. Many believe this man was a time traveler, or perhaps a being from a parallel world who accidentally slipped into ours. This moment is still one of the most controversial CCTV recordings ever captured inside a parking lot. Now it's your choice. Which one of these scenes scared you the most? Write it down below this video. Just one sentence is enough. And if you truly want to dive deeper into these mysteries, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Next time, we'll uncover a clip that some channels didn't even dare to show. Footage said to have kept people awake for nights after watching it. If you're ready, I'll see you right here again.